Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, tight.
Again, it's Cook. And it worked his way across the 30 to the 32.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
3rd and 3.
Middle.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have a first down as they can get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out. How vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, hold.
Allen. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. They pitch it out to Cook. They find some open field here. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are one game away from the Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got, and that's a heck of a run right there.
56.
Allen now on first down. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Alert!
Allen running the option to the left. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Bills. Dalton Kincaid from 3 yards out. And the Bills are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And again, this Buffalo defense there in run support to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, it's Pacheco. Well, I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the 4th down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game planned for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game planned for it, Brandon, and when you think about it, let's just say it. The word analytics is a big part of how everyone looks at a game nowadays, but it's not just the analytics. It's a coach willing to be daring, willing to be bold, and they certainly were there.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 6-0 our score after 1. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. So he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. He'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Alert! Half 85, half 85. Middle.
Throwing now is Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. Firing quickly is Allen. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
With that down and distance, no real surprise they decided to throw the ball. But I think where the surprise kicked in, the result. Short pass downfield. That ball got taken for a nice journey to turn into a big play.
Regular, 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 regular.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Five wide. Stop.
From midfield, here's Allen. Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 36 yards on the play.
The big plays have been a hallmark of this offense all season, so there was no reason to think that it wouldn't continue here in this title game. Obviously, the magnitude of the event, not getting to them early.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. completion. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up second down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Chiefs are going to have it here just past the 25.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
AFC title game, second quarter action, 2 minutes to play. From the 32-yard line now, here's a second down and 4.
Attack, attack! Yellow!
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
3rd and 2. Mahomes going to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. 37 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
On first down, Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. First down now, but that clock rolling. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
2nd and 7. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to go down again. Von Miller providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Butker's kick here is good, and they are on the board, trailing now 6-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Justin Reed. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in this AFC title game.
So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. A final shot before half for Allen. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. He's got a man complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. A big pickup of 38. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Second and 9 from the 44. Here's Pacheco once again. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 36.
Running ran a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. They'll check this one down to Pacheco. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And that's the kind of run you get when you know Super Bowl berth is in sight. They've got the lead. It's the second half. All those weeks of wear and tear in your body just go away. He's running with purpose now, and that's a heck of a run.
They'll run here with Pacheco.
And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Tried to get the edge there. The defense just too quick to the ball.
That's what we call total team defense there. Can't get to the edge, no place to move it inside, and then allows everyone else to run to the ball and create a big-time tackle for no gain for the offense.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. In motion right is Tony. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
They did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
A pretty big play now in this AFC Championship. 3rd and goal. On play action, it's Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Noah Gray, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target,
and that pushes the lead up to 11. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Hey, tight.
Now Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs will take over possession here up at the 44. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives. And you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. Think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Now Mahomes. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Here is 3rd down and 4. From midfield, here's Mahomes. That is caught. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
One quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 25, here's 2nd down and 1. A handoff now for Pacheco. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 19 yards that time for number 19. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
Pacheco is in. Touchdown, Chiefs.
And that right there is a definition of a statement drive. You're in the fourth quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101, check that box.
Butker on for the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Chiefs 24, Bills 6.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Alert, alert, alert.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. One final try here for Allen. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
Toss right side to Pacheco.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
65 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Here's Pacheco, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
43! 43!
They'll try and run with Pacheco.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Isaiah Pacheco
With now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Chiefs are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their fourth-quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And they open the lead up now to 25. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
It'll be a gain of 5. 3rd and 7 now.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
There's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this will be taken at the 13.
A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return.
And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
On 1st down, they go back to Pacheco.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
The Chiefs are AFC champs as we say goodnight, everybody.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship for Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gault.
Next up, the Titans are on the clock. Next up, the Jets are on the clock. It's the Steelers now on the clock. The Washington Commanders are now on the clock. The Indianapolis Colts are now on the clock. Now the Seattle Seahawks are on the clock. The Bengals now on the clock. On the clock now, it's the Atlanta Falcons. Now we turn to the Eagles. They're on the clock. The Kansas City Chiefs now on the clock. It's the Philadelphia Eagles now on the clock. On the clock now, the Chicago Bears. The New York Giants are now on the clock. Next up, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are on the clock. It's now the Vikings' turn on the clock. With the next pick, the Jacksonville Jaguars are on the clock. With the next selection, the Lions are on the clock. The Buffalo Bills are now on the clock. The Chicago Bears are on the clock now. Now on the clock, it's the Las Vegas Raiders. Now on the clock, the Los Angeles Chargers. On the clock now, it's the Miami Dolphins. The San Francisco 49ers are now on the clock. On the clock now, the Baltimore Ravens. The New England Patriots are now on the clock. Next up, it's the Packers on the clock. It's now the San Francisco 49ers pick. They're up. The Los Angeles Rams now on the clock. The Houston Texans are now on the clock. On the clock now, it's the Tennessee Titans. The New York Jets on the clock now. With the next selection, it's the Pittsburgh Steelers. Next up, the Commanders are on the clock. Next up, the Indianapolis Colts are on the clock. Next up, it's the Seahawks on the clock. With the next selection, the Cincinnati Bengals are on the clock. The Atlanta Falcons are now on the clock. The Philadelphia Eagles on the clock now. On the clock now, the Kansas City Chiefs. Orleans Saints are now on the clock. The Chicago Bears are now on the clock. And now on the clock, it's the 49ers. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are on the clock. The Minnesota Vikings are now on the clock. The Jaguars are on the clock now. Next up, the Cleveland Browns are on the clock. The Cardinals on the clock now. It's the Bills now on the clock. The Las Vegas Raiders now on the clock. The Chargers are up now. They're on the clock. With the next pick, the Miami Dolphins are on the clock. The Denver Broncos are now on the clock. The Baltimore Ravens are on the clock now. It's the Dallas Cowboys now on the clock. On the clock now, the New England Patriots. Up next, the Philadelphia Eagles are on the clock. The 49ers on the clock now. On the clock now, the Los Angeles Rams. The Tennessee Titans are now on the clock. With the next selection, the New York Jets. The Pittsburgh Steelers are now on the clock. Now on the clock, the Washington Commanders. It's now the Indianapolis Colts selection. It's the Detroit Lions now on the clock. The Cincinnati Bengals are on the clock. With the next selection, the Falcons are on the clock. Now we turn to the Eagles. They're on the clock. With the next pick, the Kansas City Chiefs are now on the clock. On the clock now, the New Orleans Saints. It's the Bears now on the clock. Now on the clock, the Giants. On the clock now, it's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Jaguars are on the clock. Now on the clock, the Texans. On the clock now, the Detroit Lions. The Arizona Cardinals are now on the clock. It's the Buffalo Bills now on the clock. The Panthers are on the clock. The Las Vegas Raiders are on the clock. The Los Angeles Chargers now on the clock. Next up, it's the Dolphins on the clock. The Denver Broncos are on the clock. The Baltimore Ravens now on the clock. Next up, it's the Broncos on the clock. Next up, the Patriots are on the clock. On the clock now, it's the Green Bay Packers. Now on the clock, the San Francisco 49ers. On the clock now, the Houston Texans. It's the Tennessee Titans now on the clock. The New York Jets are now on the clock. The Pittsburgh Steelers on the clock now. With the next selection, it's the Washington Commanders. The Colts now on the clock. The Seattle Seahawks are now on the clock. Next up, the Cincinnati Bengals are on the clock. It's the Atlanta Falcons now on the clock. It's the Philadelphia Eagles now on the clock. The Chiefs are on the clock. With the next selection, the Saints are on the clock.